We live, bro. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we want to start off, as always, by giving all praise and glory unto
Yahweh,
Bahashim,
Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim,
Bahashim.
Bachakodash.
Double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I also want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And I also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And once again, we're back to the spirit of Yahweh Yahushai on this Thursday night to bring you brothers and sisters prophecies and up-to-date news. And if you've been paying attention to the news, you understand and see that we are in very exciting times, that we are in the times of the Lord's judgment, okay? This past week, really these past 2 weeks, heavy judgment has been going out, man. Earthquakes, floods, you name it, plagues. A lot of things are happening, man. And we see the hands of the Lord working, and it's a beautiful thing, man, because these are signs that we are close to salvation, okay? And this is what we all look for in the truth, is for our Lord Yahweh Shai to come back and save us from this hellhole, man. Now we have a few things here lined up, as you see in the title. And brother, if you got anything, opening statements or precepts, I'll go ahead. Out.
That's it. You got it out.
Kind of well, man. So we can get right into, I started kind of late, but hey, it's all through the spirit, man. But we want to start off here with this a Libya flood, all right? And I've been speaking about this situation over here in Libya for the past 3 days, I believe, and the numbers has been climbing. Okay, now this is a video here from yesterday, all right, from Channel 4 News. It says Libya floods, up to 20,000 people dead amid a catastrophic damage. All right, excuse me. Now, when I first reported on this thing, they said it was like 2,000, but now it's at 20,000. Okay, and who knows how much this number will climb? But we do know that the number will climb, man, because they reported also that it was like maybe 30,000 people still missing that they haven't found. So this is a heavy judgment from the Most High, man. And I've seen a few videos on social media, man, of that flood and the damage that it was causing, bro. It was terrifying, okay? And you can only imagine how the flood looked during the time of Noah, man, where all the mountains and everything was covered. And the people who wasn't on that boat with Noah suffered a slow, terrible death, man. All right, drowning. That's a painful death, right? A suffering death. I seen someone drown in my face, man, and the terror that was on that guy's face before he went under that water, man, that shit stuck in my mind. So seeing thousands of people getting swept away by a flood, children, old people, man. Hey, brother, Most High is terrifying. But we know that this is all according to prophecy. So I'm going to play a small portion of this video here, just so you can see the damage that has been done, and the people crying out, man, for this judgment. All right. So here we go.
It is as if war has visited this part of Libya once again. The assailant, an unstoppable wall of water, in places several stories high. Disaster, 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 says this man, as he calls out for his missing sister and nephews. 11 members of his family are gone forever. Bystanders offer what little comfort they can.
The whole districts of my aunties and cousins are gone. It's a genocide.
This inland tsunami hit in the depths of night. No warning, no time to get to higher ground. Before and after. A father as his son is found in the mud. No one touch him, he implores. Please, just let me bury him myself.
Imagine that, man. That's his son in that body bag, zipped up, okay? Who drowned in the flood. And luckily he found his son, man. Because there's a lot of people, as you saw the guy earlier, who hasn't found their family members, man. And you can see the terror on his face. There's a real terror, man, looks like. And this is only just the beginning, man. 30 more thousand people missing. That's a heavy judgment, all right? And just remind me of earlier this year, you know, when that earthquake happened inside of Turkey and Syria, man, the Most High, he put 50,000 plus people to death. That is some, you know, that is some ancient judgment, Doc. For real.
That's ancient numbers.
Yeah, them ancient numbers.
That's like they, you know, it's a saying, mainly by scientists and people like that. They say of biblical proportions.
Yes, sir. Man. But here we go. All right. A little more.
With thousands missing, presumed dead, for so many Libyans, it is an awful, haunting waiting game.
My aunt was stuck there for 48 hours. We couldn't reach her. We couldn't call her. And we lived horrible moments right here. All our relatives, it's like 30% of our relatives there in Darna. So we spent the 3 days trying to reach my aunt and all her family. And finally, we heard that nothing happened to them, thank God.
Survivors just can't fathom why them. And did warnings about the dam go unheeded?
The dam was full before the disaster. They didn't empty it, so it burst. The torrent was 12 meters in some places, as tall as a building.
What's increasingly apparent, these raging floodwaters are a catastrophic outcome of climate breakdown, putting further stress on fragile geopolitics and poor infrastructure maintenance. One of the hottest summers on record, and Saturday afternoon, after swamping Greece with record rainfall, Storm Daniel absorbs huge amounts more moisture as it barrels across a superheated Med. Sunday morning, it arrives at the Libyan coast. Sunday evening, it's well inland. Some point very early Monday morning, the first dam collapsed. It unleashed a tsunami down the Wadi Derna that swept down from the hills towards the city itself. 2:30 a.m. in town. Explosions are heard, possibly the second dam. Within minutes, a quarter of the town was submerged by the flood, taking everything in its path. And in the tangled, mangled detritus of what was left behind, make no mistake, this isn't a rescue mission. It is recovery. Down at what's now the seafront, Turkish emergency teams feel their way for submerged bodies. Upcountry, for this flood traveled for miles. The Libyan Red Crescent pick their way along the river.
These are the victims of the storm. May God protect us all. We are still looking for the victims.
This search won't be over anytime soon, and the grim outcome of the thousands that were killed here in but a matter of moments, the indignity but necessity of mass graves.
Look at that.
Matter of moments, the indignity but necessity.
Bodies, bro. Those are bodies, man. The Most High God isn't playing, bro. This is a massive judgment. 20,000 plus people, and they're still looking for people, man. You know the Most High did this by the numbers, okay? Real quick, this is Deuteronomy 32, and I'm gonna go here to verse 39. All right, and these are some of the milk precept that you learn when you come into the faith, man, about the Most High God. Deuteronomy 32 and 39, it says, "See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me." Right? You know how Jake today say, Jake said that he him.
Right.
You're not him, Jake. The Most High is him. It says, I kill and I make alive. So the Most High God, he's in control of killing and making people alive, man. He just used different things, but make no mistake about it, he is in control. Now, granted, our Lord Yahushua also told us that all judgment has been given unto him, so he really calling the shots too, by way of his Father's authority. Okay? It says, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All the people who are in this grave here, they was sanctioned to be taken out by the Most High, man. No one could deliver them from the judgment that was set. And this is only the beginning, okay? As I said earlier, when that earthquake happened inside of Turkey and Syria, man, and we was on that thing, bro, it went from 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 to 50,000 people that they found dead, man. And now, a couple months later, you have this right here. Great judgment, man, from the Most High God. This is 1 Samuel 2. In verse 6, it says, the Lord Yahweh kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and bring it up. So once again, just going into the scripture to show you that the Most High, he's in control. Also in Isaiah, it speaks about him, causing bad times. I grab that real quick. Isaiah 45. I get it in the NLT. Isaiah 45 and verse 7, it says, I create the light and make the darkness. I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord Yahweh, am the one who does these things. So the Most High stamped it. He's in control, okay? He sent good times, he sent the bad times, okay? And this here was a bad time. It's still bad, okay? Those people are catching hell, man. Trying to find your children, trying to find your family members. That's very stressful, bro. Like, I can imagine, losing, my child, man, to a flood and can't find him. That is very haunting, okay?
Hey, if I could add, slack it.
Come on, now, go ahead, brother.
Hey, you got to start over with everything too, bro.
Yeah.
Just look, that could damage houses, whatever vehicles you may have had, personal items, so on and so forth. You got to start all over, man. And that's what a lot of these people got to do.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. This is brutal, okay? But this is the Most High judgment. This is the God that we worship, brothers and sisters. This you need to know the terror of the Most High, man. We all got to tighten up in our walk and get better, bro, and do better. Because when the Most High God opens up on Babylon the Great, which he will do very, very soon, when he opens up on this kingdom, he's not going to stop. It's going to be mass judgment going throughout these streets, man. You wait till this society collapse, okay? It's going to be mass judgments. Jacob's trouble is going to take place, man. And it's going to get serious fast, all right? And it's going to be unannounced. Real quick, just to prove that, and I move on to the next thing here. Isaiah 47, okay? And we're going to the precept a lot here. Isaiah 47, verse 11, NLT, it says, now, keep in mind, this is talking about Babylon the Great, okay? The daughter of Babylon, America. This is what the Most High got to say to this place, man. Isaiah 47, verse 11. So disaster will overtake you, okay? Disaster will overtake America very soon. It says, and you won't be able to charm it away. So Esau won't be able to seek his soothsayers and witches and warlocks to try and turn away this judgment. Remember back in ancient Egypt, how those magicians, they were trying to charm away those plagues that Moses sent? It wasn't working, my guy. It's not going to work, man. It's going to get real in these streets, bro. It says calamity will fall upon you. Okay, calamity, man. It says, and you won't be able to buy your way out. And America always try and buy her way out of things because she has money. She has riches, okay? But she won't be able to buy her way out of this judgment. It's already set, man. It says, and catastrophe will strike suddenly, one for which you are not prepared. And indeed, these Americans are not prepared, man. They dwell carelessly, as it says here in verse 8. Isaiah 47, verse 8, it says, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom. This is Babylon the Great, man. This is a pleasure-loving kingdom. This is why Jake's so bugged out, man. Because of the pleasures that America has to offer. This is why all the nations come to this place. Because of the pleasures and the opportunities that this kingdom has to offer. And they get drowned in it, man. They lose their way and become Americans, okay? Okay, they become bugged out Babylonians. It says, living at ease and feeling secure. These are you Americans, man. You're at ease. You feel secure, right? With your, good job, big house, right? You're driving a whatever Charger, Jake like them Hellcats, whatever Jake be drive out of, no. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, now they discontinuing them now.
Oh yeah.
They can't get them no more. They going
Electric.
Electric.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My bad.
So Jay can't even get the Hellcat to stunt no more. Well, look, even if they could have them, you can't stunt because look, when that social credit score come,
Right,
your score if you try to stunt.
Oh, only 15 minutes, my nigga. That's
right.
it. Yes, sir. It says, you say, I am the only one and there is no other. I would never be a widow or lose my children. And the children are talking about the people, okay? The children are the people of Babylon the Great. So that's the mentality of this place, man. Because Esau, he's the most proud. Esau think he would never go down. He think that he would never take a major L, all right? The only harsh thing that people can recently think about is 9/11. That's it. And Esau's still crying about that. But when the Most High opens up on this place, it's not going to be beautiful, man. It's not going to be nice. All the players that are written to hit this kingdom is going to touch it very soon. So now moving on, man, to the next thing here. This video from We On News. Okay, I'm sure, brothers and sisters have, been seeing this on social media, man. As you see, it says non-human alien corpses in Mexico. If any of you brothers and sisters out there believe that this is real, you need help, brother. Or you sisters out there believe in this, you need help. You need to pray. You know this shit ain't real. You should know already, okay? That there is no alien corpses, all right, nigga looking like E.T. and shit. This is fake, man. You should know this already. But I see some of you brothers out there, man, reposting this shit and are trying to put a precept under it. Hey, man. Hey, look, man, look. Some of you guys be going too far, man. Some of you guys be posting UFO videos that be faulty, man. Lying like it's a charity of how by Shimi how shot, bro. When that shit clearly CGI, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. We know the chariots of the Most High God exist. But some of that shit that you guys be posting, brother, man, bro, come on, bro. Like, there's clear CGI, bro. Chariot pulling up to Starbucks and shit. There's CGI, bro. We know the chariots exist, man. Like, just come on, bro. Like, some of you guys be on social media, bro. Man, I don't know which camp you in, but brother, if you was in this camp, brother, you'll get checked, bro. Real talk. But I'm gonna play this video, man. This is fake, all right? And I give some precepts, bro. And this is all a part of Esau's agenda anyway. Okay, it's to push this so-called alien agenda, and you got niggas making all kind of YouTube videos. I mean, all kind of videos and shorts talking about I knew it was real. I knew it was real.
That's amazing. I seen people even entertaining that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
this shit is ridiculous, bro.
and really, it's crazy that they were so bold to bring this out in front of the world and say we found the alien, but that's bold. Like, people ain't gonna look at you sideways.
But people, bro, you got guys in the truth, so-called, who believe in this shit, bro. Bugging out, bro. Like, some of you brothers got to fucking chill, bro. Some of them videos be faulty, bro. You should know this shit, bro. I mean, fake as hell. Like I'm looking at some of these videos, like, bro, ain't no way bro, you believe this, bro? When the chairs of the Most High exist, people be fucking panicking, bro. Every time people be seeing them chairs in the sky for real, and them videos, they be panicking, bro.
Right.
They be nervous as shit. Ain't no laughing going on. They be uttering cuss words, shaking and breathing hard. It's real. But this CGI shit, brothers, come on, man. Somebody that made this shit up just by how it is. Look, we got to do better, bro. Like, real talk.
And two, I'll give out my ad real quick. And the scriptures say that Esau will come with a lot of lies and deceptions in these last times. And he ain't gonna stop. Hey, Project Bluebeam, so on and so forth. It's gonna be many things that we haven't even seen yet. That's why Yahweh had to say in Matthew the 24th chapter that if it was possible, he shall deceive the very elect. The elect, you ain't go far for certain things, man. It's impossible. Which to show is gonna be a lot of distraction that's gonna be coming in these latter times, man. And it's just the beginning. Esau ain't even showed nothing like that yet, but you got it, bro.
I guess I'm play this video here, man. Then I get a free precept. You got it out.
Now, we have earlier talked about the US and its relation with UFOs. Well, Mexico is now making headlines for its alien corpses. You heard that right. The Mexican Congress has been shown two small so-called alien corpses.
They're like some shit out of antique shop.
So
like we were ancient gods from Mesopotamia.
Yeah, bro. I was about to say, bro, it looks like one of them old ass guys they found. Oh man, doing a fucking excavation, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh man,
we gotta do better, bro. If one of you brothers and sisters believe this shit, you got to do better. There's no way, man.
Then they said he was 100 years old, the alien.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, but this is all a part of the lies and deceptions. But you have people doing videos, all on TikTok and shit, saying, "I told you so. These aliens are real. Area 51, all this fucking shit, man. We gotta do better, bro. Like, come on, bro. Ain't no fucking aliens like this, bro. Driving around, bro. Stop it, okay? You think something that is so-called advanced as that came to Earth and just crashed and just died here, moved to Mexico and shit, right? He moved to Cancun, right? He died in Cancun, right? Stop it, man. Just come on, bro. But here we go.
ufologist has testified and said that the specimens are not part of our terrestrial evolution. From where did the alien corpses then come from? Are they actually non-human specimens? Our next report getting you the complete story.
What do you think of the specimens encased in glass? Are they remains of human babies? Are they some sort of animal?
This is the first time that extraterrestrial life has been presented in such a form. I think this is a clear demonstration that we are dealing with non-human specimens that are not related to any other species in our world. and that any scientific institution can investigate it.
Ufologist Jamie Mawson is trying to convince people that they are non-human alien corpses. The alleged alien bodies retrieved from Peru have been presented to the Mexican Congress. So, why should we consider the corpses as alien? Reports say that the Autonomous National University of Mexico studied their DNA using radiocarbon dating. After making comparisons to other DNA samples, it was found that 30% of the corpse's DNA was unknown. Experts also said that both bodies had implants made of very rare metals, such as osmium. X-rays of the specimens proved to be a shocker. Reports say that one of the bodies is suspected to even have eggs inside it.
All right, that's enough. That's a fucking enough. Ain't no damn eggs in that shit, my nigga. Stop it, dog. Oh my goodness, bro. We're gonna see Yahweh Shai come back, man. He ain't gonna be no little small green man, all right, with a big ass head, bro. No. Okay? No. Stop it. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Our Lord is coming back, man. You Edomites will pay severely for saying that it's little green men in those chariots, man. You're going to pay severely, okay? This is why the scriptures talk about the Most High. I mean, yeah, it said the Most High sending Yahweh Shai back to tread the winepress. Meaning killing off you Edomites, man. And let me say this, Bishop Nate, we hate Esau, okay, with a passion. I have a deep-rooted hatred for the Edomites, a strong distaste for an Edomite. You're breaking the scriptures down wrong, bro. We are to hate Esau. Are you kidding me? Have you seen what this nigga done? You should know, Bishop Nate. But you're compromised. You got that bag. You got certain, table deals, under the table deals with Esau. And you're compromised. And you're constantly changing the doctrine to a Christian doctrine, man. Talking about hell. Now we can't hate Esau. What's next, man? I'm looking for the next thing the IUIC gonna come out with, bro. You niggas are tripping hard, okay? You're tripping hard. But back to this, video, man. Our Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back. Everybody gonna see him, okay? He won't be displayed, in no fucking case. He's coming out of the heavens, man. And it's gonna be a very, very terrifying scene, all right? So, that's all I got, brother. I'm passing it over to you now, bro. You got it. I think you're on mute, God. On mute.
Okay, Con, my screen up is all good.
Yep, you good, bro.
Okay, Con. So we'll hop straight into it. Now, so what I want to go into, I got a couple articles here, and I got a video I want to play, which is hey man, this video right here is from our man Full Spectrum again. His page Full Spectrum Survival, and the title is "We Are in Trouble." And when he say "we," he talking about America. It was put out 2 days ago, but it's heavy hitting. First couple seconds of it, but we'll get to that. I'll say that for the end of it. But ultimately, what I want to touch on is how, as you see in the title, this segment of it says the nations are fed up with the USA, man, with America, right? And also the nation that's running America, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. Everybody's starting to see this man for who he really is now. They can't trust him, and not just his enemies, as we're about to go into this first article right here with Putin, but even his allies is getting to that point they can't trust him no more. You know, because what he trying to do to Putin and put these sanctions on Putin is only hurting his allies even more. You see? So we'll hop straight into it. Let's see. Hold on real quick. Let me make sure. All right. Let me know if it start echoing out. Con. Right. But ultimately, you know, at the end of this, because and this is why I think this is important too, because we know the end of America is going to be when these nations get together to shoot missiles on this place. Well, this is the building blocks to all that, man. This is the beginning stages of its allies hating them, want to turn against them, right? It's talks with, as we go into, Putin, as prophecies say, is starting to gather other nations unto him, getting ready to go to war, right? So let's hop into this first one. Now, this first article, it goes into how, as it says, the West is eroding, and when you go into that word erode, is a gradual destruction. You know, a gradual destruction. So it says the West is eroding global trust by limiting Russia's access to the dollar and the euro, says Putin. Now, this article was put out September 12th, 2023. So in other words, the world is now seeing what America has been doing to Russia, these sanctions, and not just America, but also the EU, you know, America allies, the part of the beast. You see, Britain, so on and so forth. They use the dollar and these laws and legislation, in other words, to bully these other nations in the world. But now they're tired of it, you know, sanctions and so on and so forth, because they tied to that dollar, they tied to that currency. So that's what this is about to go into. So it says sanctions have effectively denied. Hold on real quick. So like it, bear with me.
Come on. Yeah, just as the brother was saying, man, Babylon, you know, is pretty much finished. All right. There's only a few more prophecies left, man, before the Most High God just truly opens up on his kingdom, bro. Okay. And for you brothers and sisters out there, you got to lock in, man. You got to make sure that you're locked in the spirit. All right. You're watching these videos, you're praying, doing what you got to do, man. All this information just is, you know, isn't being presented for nothing. The Most High finna do something very, very strange to Babylon, man. And guess what? It's going to affect us all. But we understand, according to prophecy, that he's going to provide for those who fear him, for those who love him, all right? And have, you know, stay committed to this word. Revelation 3 and 10, okay? Go ahead, Doc.
Matter of fact, before I get into the article, I want to start with this real quick. Now, this is Nahum chapter 3. Now, when you read this, it's going into Nineveh, right? But again, just like America in Revelation 11 is spiritually called Sodom and spiritually called Egypt, where it can spiritually be referred to as these other ancient kingdoms in the past by way of its characteristics, so on and so forth. But what it's about to say about Nineveh, America fit just that. And we'll hit this news. But real quick, and it's the NLT version. This is Nahum chapter 3 and verse 4 in the NLT. It says, all this because Nineveh, the beautiful and faithless city, mistress of deadly charms, enticed the nations with her beauty. And that's how America got a lot of these nations caught up as well, right? The richest making money, right? The technology, following the customs of the so-called white man, now democracy, the philosophies of this place, do as thou wilt. These things have been passed to the other nations, following that whore that's been riding upon the beast. And it says she taught them all her magic, enchanting people everywhere. But the Lord got to say, verse 5, I am your enemy, says Yahweh of heaven's armies. And now I will lift up your skirts, so that time of decadence is done. That time of everybody following you and you being the leader in the world is done. The Lord said, now I'm going to lift up your skirts. In other words, it's time for you to be exposed, man. It says, and now I will lift up your skirts and show all the earth your nakedness and shame. I will cover you with filth and show the world how vile you really are. And that's the time we in. The world is now seeing not just us over here in America, but the outsiders, right? People who not in America, they seeing it for themselves too, even more, because now they getting affected by it. Once upon a time, these other nations, they kept their mouth shut because they was getting rich. Now they getting affected by America too. And as we're gonna get in the end of this lesson, and the end all be all, these nations, they got in their mind to come together and shoot missiles on America. So they speak in prophecy as well. But we'll get to that. So let's hop into this. So it says, West is eroding global trust by limiting Russia's access to dollars and euro. I'll blow it up. So it says, Western sanctions on Russia have jeopardized trust in the dollar and the euro. So nobody want to deal with that no more, because look how they do. It says forcing many global players to reevaluate the viability of relying on these currencies. President Vladimir Putin said at the plenary session of the Eastern Economic Forum on Tuesday, witnessing the way both the US, America, and the EU, that's part of the beast, the European Union, America's allies. And then you also, you have NATO as well. But it says, witnessing the way both the US and the EU use their currencies as political weapons, pushed many countries towards creating alternative payment instruments, Putin stated. So now, since they want to do that, the nation said, well, look, how about we do our own thing? It says restrictions on, let's say, settlements in dollars. Where do they lead? To the fact that all countries start thinking about creating their own instruments, about creating new settlement systems, thinking whether to continue keeping their reserves in the US or the EU, and whether to invest in securities of these other countries. It says, Putin said, adding sanctions caused an erosion of credibility in countries that impose them, as well as their countries. So in other words, he's saying how America keep putting sanctions that just make people not want to deal with you more and make people want to step away from your currency. And as we see, it's past that. That's why you got BRICS. They making something or a system so they can step away from this dollar. So it's past thinking about it. These nations doing it. So I jump down. It says, so this led to the increase of the use of national currencies in Russia's foreign trade. The ruble trade settlements between Russia and Turkey jumped by 230% in the first 7 months of the year compared to the same period in 2022, while the share of national currencies in Russia and Chinese payments recently increased 80%. So in other words, since Russia haven't been having an access to use the dollar or the euro, their currency went up, trading with other nations. Now that's going to lead me to this next one right here. Right. And again, I'm just kind of building to this video, just building the points, because this next article I want to get, all these sanctions that Russia have been, all these sanctions that America have put on Russia is affecting their allies too. And they struggling. So all these things is more motive to want to come against America. And, we'll get into it though, Lord willing. But so let's get this one. So it says, and this was put out September 12th as well, 2023. Now, in this one is we're going to how Russia and North Korea coming together. Man, Zainala was just talking about it. And now North Korea, they want to help Russia out with artillery. Now, out of all people, America got a problem with it. America got a problem that somebody want to help Russia when they giving all this help to Ukraine, but nobody can say nothing though. Right. Which goes into showing the hypocrisy in this country, man. Yeah, come on, man. You got some, Mark. You got it.
Yeah, like just backing you up, brother. Babylon, these are fucking hypocrites, man. You can't go and join, with a nation that they don't like.
Right.
They'll shame you for it. Put out all kind of propaganda about you. North Korea ain't doing nothing to nobody, bro. They ain't invading nobody's country. They don't have over 800 and something military bases all around the earth. You devils do, man. But now you're seeing these nations making stronger ties. and you're worried. That's what it is. You're worried, man. You can do all kind of sanctions that you want. I saw this video yesterday. They said that Russia and North Korea don't care about your sanctions. They're moving forward with their arms deal.
Yes, sir.
So you Edomites, man, you can hang it up, bro. Okay, it sucks being an Edomite now. Okay, the last, time to be an Edomite was in 1980. And look, it ain't the 80s no more, bro. This country is finished, and the nations are saying they're strong now. Go ahead, Doc.
Kind of looking for a precept because you said Esau. Oh, here it is. Because this is what he know. This is what he know. That's why he's scared, all right? He's scared that these other nations coming together. Real quick, Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 11 in the GNT version. It says, wickedness is cowardly in itself and stands self-condemned. Someone with a guilty conscience, and remember, Esau fugitive. He a fugitive in the earth running from his judgment so that he got a guilty conscience. So it says someone with a guilty conscience will always imagine things to be worse than they really are. So his mind running right now. Right? Nations gathering, BRICS, and everybody talking about stepping away from him. And he don't know what's being talked about.
Right. And China is constantly talking about Taiwan and how they're going to go and pretty much take over their landmass. But America is making a deal with Taiwan saying, look, if China invade, we're going to do this and do that. Bro, China don't give a damn about what you Crockett got to say. Nobody fears you no more, Esau. You had your time, man. You had your time, bro. China not worried about you. You fuck with China, you got to fuck with Russia, North Korea, Iran. World War III will happen.
Man.
Crocker, you know this, Crocker. You know damn fool. You know this, nigga. You know if you fuck with Russia, you already know they're going to blow this bitch up. So stop acting like you're tough on TV. You know what time it is, bro.
Right.
Russia got more missiles than anybody. They already said back in like 2015 that they would turn America to radio. They said what they said, nuclear radio ash. They would turn this kingdom to ash, man. You know this. But you have that, propaganda out there and your wine out there. Bro, you not fucking with China or Russia, bro. None of them countries, bro. You know this, nigga. It's only a matter of time for things get physical, man. The MOTB come. It's only a matter of time before those missiles start flying, man. And it's going to be on and popping. Go ahead, brother.
And this shit is getting good, like a movie, bro. Hey, but like you were saying with America, with their propaganda talking tough, when it really ain't like that. But at the end of this article, he talking tough. We'll read it, but let's go back to it. So it says, Washington has warned of new sanctions. So look, not just these old sanctions that was put on Russia for going to war with Ukraine last year or whenever they went. That's why America put them sanctions on them, which again hurt their allies. And also now it's coming to a couple of days ago. It says Washington has warned of new sanctions, both on North Korea and Russia, if Pyongyang, which is North Korea, provides weapons to Moscow amid the conflict in Ukraine. The U.S. also said it would aggressively enforce existing measures. So America, and again, when I read that, I had said out loud, like, who the, excuse my language, I ain't gonna say it, but who the F are you? Like, who is America? I to just tell you helping Ukraine. Hold on, let's look it up.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, brother, old boy, what's his name? Z Daddy coming over here to Capitol Hill, I believe next month, I think. Oh, what's his name? President Zelensky.
Oh.
Z-Boy. Yeah, Z-Boy coming over here to get another $20 billion, I think. If I ain't mistaken.
Hold on, I was looking at it. Look at all these weapons, bro. If I can find it. If not, I had typed it in how many weapons. Oh, I gotta find it. It's all good. Man, let me see. How many weapons? Man, it's neither here nor there. When I looked at it earlier, it popped up, but it's a list of stuff, bro.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's just right, right there. It's showing U.S. But the point I'm getting at, not to get off topic. The point I'm getting at, I should have kept it up when I had it earlier, because it gave a list of everything America gave so far as tanks, guns, right, missiles, so on and so forth, bombs. But you got a problem that if another country want to give something to Russia, and who says they needed it for Ukraine?
Right.
You saying that, you using that as an excuse. Because again, that guilty conscience, man. So going back to it, it says Washington has warned of new sanctions on both North Korea and Russia if Pyongyang receives or provides weapons to Moscow amid the conflict in Ukraine. And the U.S. also said it would aggressively enforce existing measures. So the sanctions that's already in place, we're going to make them worse. It says, I would remind both countries, now this is America speaking, I would remind both countries that any transfer of arms from North Korea to Russia would be in violation of multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions. The U.S. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller told reporters on Monday in Washington. And when have America ever worried about following laws and treaties anyway?
Right.
Come on, man. It says, we, of course, have aggressively enforced our, now Lee about to start talking hot, all right? We, of course, have aggressively enforced our sanctions against entities that fund Russia's war effort. And we will continue to enforce those sanctions and will not hesitate to impose new sanctions if appropriate. And I'm going to read a little bit down. It says, Miller made his comments just hours before North Korea leader Kim Jong-un arrived in Vladivostok on Tuesday for rare talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Kim wants to discuss further military cooperation with Russia. And like, if you want to add on, since you was speaking on that video, how that's what they want to do.
Right. Yeah. The video is on We On News. I think I went into it yesterday or maybe the day before, and they said in the video how they don't care about the sanctions that America is going to put on them. They're going through with the deal. So obviously these sanctions ain't hurting a damn thing. Obviously it's not. Because if they were effective, they'll stop. But it's prophecy, man. What we're seeing is prophecy, brothers and sisters. They can't stop this thing, man. I don't give a damn what they do. You cannot stop prophecy, bro. It's only going to get worse from here. These countries will only make, stronger alliances, man. And it's only a matter of time before those missiles get shot off, but we know the MOTB has to come.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here at the doors, man. Okay, brother just posted in the chat about another store here in Houston going cashless, man.
Okay.
So yeah, it's getting serious. All right, go ahead, brother.
And I jumped down because this is really the reason I wanted to get this article, because America, they talking as if Russia is begging North Korea for help.
Yeah,
as if they needed it. Like, see, Ukraine doing their thing, so Russia need North Korea to help. And it's not that. It's not that. It's according to prophecy, Russia go be gathering these nations, right? For right.
Right.
For military purposes, man, as we're gonna get real quick, but let's read it. So I'm gonna jump down. It says North Korea, he said U.S. officials has warned North Korea that it will pay a price for this in the international community if it provided weapons to Moscow. Now check it out. It says Miller argued, so this is the American. It says Miller argued that Putin was essentially admitting to strategic failure in Ukraine by seeking help from Kim, an international pariah. And when you go into the word pariah, is an outcast. So he downplaying Kim Jong-un. He's like, you trying to team up, you asking for help from an outcast who nobody even deal with him in the international community. And it says he added, not only has he failed to achieve his goals on a battlefield, but you see him traveling across his own country, hat in hand, to beg Kim Jong-un for military assistance. So America talking shit, you know?
Bro, stop it, bro.
You see him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this propaganda, bro. This all Babylon do, bro. You damn Edomites are trash, bro. You're trash. You're weak. You're weak, man. According to prophecy, Russia will be a guard to these nations, man. Not these nations are guard to Russia. But he has to push out their propaganda, bro. Ukraine, bro. The soldiers in Ukraine are getting slaughtered by the Russian army, man. They know this, okay? This is why they're okay. So if Putin's losing so much, why are you constantly sending all these billions and billions of dollars to these people? Why is Zelensky asking for more military help and soldiers and trying to recruit more Ukrainians? Why? Because they're losing. You know this, man. This is why you're trying to get them to join NATO. Because you know they're losing. And so you want to try to intervene. Go ahead, Doc.
And check this out. And I'm going to get a quick precept just to back up how, Russia is written in prophecy. They're supposed to be amongst these nations, or should I say the nations supposed to be amongst Russia in these last days, man, gathering unto them. So it ain't no surprise that Kim Jong-un and all these BRICS nations and 40 other countries want to join Russia's lead right now, man. It's according to prophecy. But let's check this out, Doc. So it says, just like as you were saying, Russia whooping Ukraine ass right now. But it says the long-touted counter-offensive that Ukraine launched against Russian forces. So this was a Ukraine fight back. It says in early June has failed to retake large swaths of territory. But Miller, which is the American, insisted that Kyiv was showing tangible results. He said, we continue to assess that Ukrainians are making progress in their counteroffensive, and we have confidence in their ability. But it says right here, what you were saying, but Ukraine military has lost 71,500 troops, 543 tanks, and nearly 18,000 armored vehicles since the counteroffensive began. So since Ukraine wanted to fight back, that's how much they lost. So obviously it ain't working, but I want to get, because he making it seem as if Russia need help. It ain't that Russia need help. Let's read this again. It says Miller argued that Putin was essentially admitting to strategic failure in Ukraine by seeking help from Kim, an international pariah or outcast. He added, not only has he failed to achieve his goals on the battlefield, but you see him traveling across his own country, hat in hand, to beg Kim Jong-un for military assistance. I want to get this real quick. This is Ezekiel 38 in the NLT, and this is prophecy. It says, Son of man, turn and face Gog of the land of Magog. And the modern Magog, the land of Magog, that's Russia. It says, the prince who rules over the nations of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord. So this message is to Russia. It says, Gog, I'm your enemy, because they Edomites too. But verse 4 is what I want. Verse 4 and down. It says, I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws to lead you out with your whole army. The Lord put that ancient war-like mentality back into them when it was the USSR. And even in that time, when you look at it, the USSR, they had majority of the nations that, whether America trying to get them like Ukraine, that was under Russian control. Well, the Lord turning them back to gather nations back under him as well. So it says, I will turn you around and put hooks in your jaws to lead you out with your whole army, your horses and charioteers. Modern day, it could be fighter jets, tanks, so on and so forth. It said, you got it out.
You know what I'm saying? All this weapon technology, all of that. Yeah, they bringing it out, baby.
Yep. Russia helping other smaller countries with AI ability. Tech, all that. Yep. It says your horses and charioteers in full armor. There you go. Everything. And great horde armed with shields and swords. Now, this is what I want. It says Persia. Now, Persia is modern day Iran. Now, didn't Iran just join BRICS?
Yeah, there'll be I think there'll be official members January 1st.
Come. Ethiopia, didn't they just they in there too?
Yep.
That's prophecy, because Persia before Iran was called Iran, it was Persia. So Iran in prophecy and Ethiopia in prophecy was going to join unto Russia. Just so happened today it's called BRICS. It says, and Libya. Look, Russia might be the one who come in out and save Libya. They need help right now. They just got flooded out.
Yeah.
They need help. So who knows? Hey, that might be something else to watch for. But it says Persia or Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya will join you too. And we just seen two of them with Iran, which is Persia, and Ethiopia joining BRICS. It says with all their weapons, so they bring in what they got.
Right.
It says Goma and all its armies will also join you. And that's like the area around Turkey, I believe, around I believe it's the Black Sea, if I'm not mistaken. But it says Goma and all its armies will also join you, along with the armies of Beth Togarmah from the distant north and many others. Now here it is. And this is why Kim Jong-un is ultimately meet with Putin and want to help with military weapons. And it's talking to Russia. It says, get ready, be prepared, keep all the armies around you mobilized. So he making sure these nations ready and take command of them, right? Matter of fact, let me see Ezekiel 38:7. Let me hit that Bible hub real quick. I'm gonna move on. It says, right. It says, Berean, get ready, prepare yourself, you and all your company gathered around you. So nations gonna be coming unto Russia, just like Kim Jong-un. Made his way. You know, they going, man. With what? What was the topic? Weapons. Ezekiel 38 said they go come gather with what they got and what you got. Make sure they prepared. May God. It says, prepare yourself. Well, I'm at Berean. Prepare yourself, you and all your company gathered around you, and you will be their guard. So come on, man. They getting what they got, their weapons, and they coming together. Now, I want to hit this real quick, because I do want to get to this video, because that video will hit on the nail, man. That's the final outcome. Now, as we just read about how Russia had these sanctions on them, and they talking about putting more. And the brother Zainallah, he just gave the extra info how Russia and North Korea said, look, we ain't tripping on that. We ain't worried about sanctions. So we know sanctions might come, and who knows what it's going to lead to. Now, when those sanctions come, let's use this as an example on when the first round came, when they first put them on Russia, because that hurt their allies. Because we see the enemies, they don't care about them, but this is a reason their allies cannot care either, man. And remember Angela Merkel, back in 2017, 18, she told, I think it was like at a UN meeting, and she with the Chancellor of Germany, but she said how Europe, not just Germany, but how Europe can no longer rely on this alliance with America, with the West, with the US, they can't rely on it. And I think it was Trump when they told him, watch how you treat your allies, or America treat their allies, because there are few. And it was way in 17, 18, or whenever Trump was president. And if there was few back then, how much more now?
Right, he told them you don't have many.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
That's it. Now I'm gonna just read a little bit of this, and I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna get, let him speak. And we still, we could hit on that just to get a G20 update. But real quick, so this came out this month as well on the 10th. So 4 days ago. So it says electricity prices in Italy, which that's one of America's allies. Italy is part of the EU and NATO. It says electricity prices in Italy surged 30% in a week. And now you could probably speak on this, since you might know about it, but it says 30% in a week as another winter without cheap Russian gas approaches. So, and it's going to why? Because America, go ahead,
No, it's like bro. So yeah, because of the sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
that those sanctions hurt Italy, Germany, and all those little surrounding EU nations, man. And look, they're really pissed. But America is trying to so-called get Germany to buy their gas and oil. That's what they're trying to do. That was the whole reason why they destroyed that a Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Get Germany to buy from them. But they're asking Germany to pay more, 4 times as more as they were buying from Russia. And Germany like, man, hell no, we ain't finna buy all that from y'all. So it's a problem. Okay, go ahead, brother.
That's it. So I hop into it. So it says, right, because of what? Cheap Russian gas. So it says within just 1 week from August 21st to the 27th, Italy experienced nearly a 30% increase in the cost of electricity, pushing prices up to 138 euros, or in dollars, it would be $147 per megawatt hour, or MWH. It says, as another winter without cheap and bountiful Russian natural gas approaches. And remember, Germany and all them was going through it last year. I got this quick. August 29, 2022. It says, freeze or starve. Sanctioning Russia leaves Germans a choice this winter. And it was going into it. So that was just last year. Now they talking about it again. And they want to put more sanctions on them because of North Korea. So this about to be an interesting end of 2023 going into the winter, starting 2024 off, man. But let's read a little more, because they ain't the only ones. And it goes how half of Italy's electricity is produced with that gas. So here it is. It says ban on Russian oil is responsible for the energy price hike in the EU. I don't really want to kind of read it all. It's self-explanatory. You see, and I'll throw all this in the chat anyway, so y'all can kind of check it out at your leisure. I'll read this quick little part. It says, Tabarelli also warned about the grim projections for the upcoming winter, indicating that international gas prices could be 40% higher than the current rates, potentially resulting in a 20% hike in gas tariffs. And again, this is not just who said it's just limited to Europe. Remember, they talking about lights going out in America too. We're gonna get to this video. Russia talking big stuff. Russia got on their mind. They want it. They got on their mind. They want all the smoke. And I think he's gonna say it in this video. They want all the smoke. Right? But come on, man. You see, so it says the surge, and what Russia go say, look, man, America might get hit with a bio attack or something like that. Y'all too proud. But it says the surge in energy costs in the EU is not only limited to Italy. Estonia witnessed, and Estonia is part of NATO and the EU as well, I believe. But it is. It says Estonia witnessed an astonishing the EU. It says Estonia witnessed an astonishing 93% spike in its average wholesale electricity price, at one point going as high as 153 euros and 39 cents, or $164. And it also says Latvia, Lithuania as well. Even France, you see, but nevertheless, let's move on. I want to get to this video because he got a lot of good information in here. And then, we'll touch on a little bit of update on that G20 summit. But let me play this real quick. You got something, Mark?
Live, bro. You got it.
Come on. Now, what he about to go into, just to give us some background, how these nations teaming up, man, they fed up and they talking about shooting missiles like it's prophecy. They speaking prophecy.
Good
mainly Russia.
Morning and afternoon, all of you doom-seeking preppers. I want to remind you right now that Dmitry Medvedev, he stands right now as the chairman to Russia's Security Council. He was once the president of Russia. He's an ally to Russian President Vladimir Putin. He has suggested, even threatened out in the open.
And I'm going to try not to keep stopping it, but it's points to make. So this man who about to make these remarks, he ain't just no, as Zion Allah be saying, he ain't just no Rudy Poo. You see this man on the level, he got status. He was once the president of Russia. Right now, he working higher up with him. You know, probably liking it to Putin right-hand man. So look at these things he got to say. So if he's saying them, the people around him saying the same things, man.
He opened that the United States of America will be subjected to an attack that is similar to the September 11th attacks, but this time with nuclear weapons or even biological elements. Medvedev, he's a leading Kremlin government positional figure. He was previously serving as the president to Russia from the year 2008 to 2012. Then after that, he was the prime minister of Russia from 2012 to 2020. He has made numerous comments toward the USA and NATO over the past couple of months, saying that the country will be subjected to a nuclear disaster, a biological event, or even at the head front, the spear front of World War III. Now, out in these comments, he says that the USA is the one invoking World War III. And he said the response from Russia and other countries will be nuclear. The U.S.
Come on, man. That's prophecy. But as America is invoking it.
continues, he warns, to oppose Russian interests. Now, just a couple of days ago, even just on Sunday, he made a post on an official Telegram account for the security officials. He said in a few words that on the eve of 9/11 at the time, he said the USA must be punished for its arrogance and disgusting narcissism. He said there is a universal arrogance among the issues. Near the end of the post, he also made an ominous threat that the USA will soon suffer another attack, but this time with nuclear or biological components. Now, he didn't come right out in the open and say that it was going to be Russia that was launching this attack, but we have seen that since North Korea buddied up with Russia, Iran buddying up with Russia, all of these other countries that the USA has poked and prodded and pissed off over the course of the last couple of years or even decades, these countries are ready to launch an attack against American interests.
Come on, man. That's a Selah moment right there. You see? And another thing, he's saying not what Ezekiel 38 said only, but what that last article said with Kim Jong-un. These nations are gathering unto Russia. We seeing it. It's playing out. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. And what's the end goal? They ain't just buddying up, just, man, let's jump them. No, they talking about shooting missiles. They talk about shooting missiles as prophecy say. That's why the scriptures in Proverbs say the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. He go turn it where he want to turn it, man. And the time is what? It's wartime. And matter of fact, what it is, let me get that real quick. This is Joel 3. I'm gonna just keep the video up. I use my phone. But this Joel 3 real quick. And verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So look, they ain't focused on, building a nation up as far as the agriculture go right now. Kim Jong-un ain't go to Putin to talk about how could I, get my crops. Make sure we, No, man, they weren't worried about that. They was talking about military weapons, going to war. And it says, and it's the point I wanted, and let the weak say, I am strong. And these other nations talking their stuff now. Now they got help from each other against this whole and this beast. And again, remember, the allies go turn too. As it's saying Obadiah, because America ain't go, let me see, I'm going to get off of it. America really ain't going to know what the allies doing. It might not even be in the news like that. Let me get the NLT version real quick. This Obadiah 1 and verse 7 in the NLT. It says, all your allies, and who is talking to? Edom. And what nation he mainly rule right now? America. So it says, all your allies, like Italy, them struggling right now, that's some of them, gonna do what? It says, will turn against you. All your allies will turn against you. they will help to chase you from your land. Help who? Help who? They probably secretly, you know how BRICS said, yeah, we got 40 other countries trying to join. Who said it wasn't none of American allies? They just ain't saying nothing. Come on, it says they will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace. So they're gonna be talking to you as they always did, you know, the EU meetings, NATO meetings, telling you they gonna help, they with you. We're gonna get Russia, you know, we're gonna destroy BRICS, we're gonna do this thing, right? We're gonna prevail in Ukraine. It says they will promise you peace while what? While plotting to deceive and destroy you. Come on. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. We in that time, man. These nations fed up, and it ain't just the enemies no more. The allies about to suffer this coming winter again. And things looking good right now. If you're a nation and you need help, BRICS looking good right now. You see? But this another one I wanted real quick. Salaki. This is Isaiah 33 and 1. And whatever you got, this is Isaiah 33 and 1 real quick. Because this is ultimately what he said. I'm going to play it again.
Now, a translation, North Korea buddied up with Russia. Now, he didn't come right out in the open and say that it was going to be Russia that was launching this attack. But we have seen that since North Korea buddied up with Russia, Iran buddying up with Russia, all of these other countries that the USA has poked and prodded and pissed off over the course of the last couple of years or even decades, these countries are ready to launch an attack against American interests.
Man, that put a smile on my face. Real quick, this is Isaiah 33 and 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. America went around taking everybody's resources, natural resources, so on and so forth. Nobody wasn't trying to take nothing from you. It says, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. We could look at Gad, Reuben. You know, you came over here, they was giving gold, giving you things, trying to help, teaching you things. But what he did, backdoor, gave him with the smallpox, cut the babies out women's stomach, so on and so forth. Even these nations, they finally sin, and that's why the end of it, they want they payback. It says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, and that's the time we in. Now America, they got their dominion, they peace, and you got to be a new, one world order. Now they want to stop going to war, have everything get better, and in 15-minute cities, we are one. But now it says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, what's going to happen? It says, thou shalt be spoiled. These nations want their payback. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. These nations want their payback, man. And they serious. Iran ain't forget what you did to General Soleimani, man. They ain't forget that. Japan ain't forget Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They ain't forget that. Come on.
Right. And if you go to the reference for Obadiah 7.
Hold on, let me put it on mute so it don't echo. You got it, bro.
Yeah, I was saying, if you go to the cross reference for Obadiah 1 and 7, it leads you back to Revelation chapter 17, verses 12 to 17, which shows you that their allies are going to turn on them, NATO and the EU. That's cold, man. So Babylon, you're finished. Everything going to turn on you, man. And this land going to be wiped out. Okay, it's going to be wiped out by the Lord. And he's going to use these nations and their missiles, plus Yahweh Shai and the angels, to finish the job. All right, go ahead, bro.
Come on.
It's on mute, the video is.
Can I just play a little bit, a little bit longer so we can hit that update for the G20? Because I'm gonna throw all this in the chat anyway, so y'all have it.
All these other countries that the USA has poked and prodded and pissed off over the course of the last couple of years or even decades, these countries are ready to launch an attack against American interests. Now, a translation of this post was shared to X, or, Twitter. They say that an advisor to Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs says he doesn't want to forebode, but this is the information we are seeing. Now, the Russian ex-president said that at some point we will see a terrorist attack against the USA, but possibly with a nuclear or biological component. In a translation, it says,
so we can expect lights out situation. Who knows? So something coming.
Even worse, one of the leaders of nuclear countries.
I gotta play this back because this says what ultimately this was gonna come to. Missiles go be shot, and they said, check it out. They said ultimately it might even happen to one of the leaders lose their mind. And why I want to make it a point, like I was reading in Second Ezra today, I got a little secret precept. Hold on, but look, let me play.
Doesn't want to forebode, but this is the information we are seeing. Now, the Russian ex-president said that at some point we will see a terrorist attack against the USA, but possibly with a nuclear or biological component. In a translation, it says, even worse, one of the leaders of nuclear countries will lose their nerve, and they will make an emotional, reactional decision and use a weapons type of a mass destruction.
Now, I want to, he said, or one of the leaders of these countries who bear nuclear weapons might lose their mind and make an emotional rash decision. What I'm going to decision, right? Now, I was reading Second Ezra earlier in the GNT. Now, check this out, because what that man just said, now in the GNT version, that's prophecy. Now, again, who knows if it's going to be like that, like, Biden just, lose his mind with it. Who knows? We don't know, but I'm just kind of making a point, like, we got to pay attention to all these things. The scripture saying, Sirach, that we can't be ignorant to big or small things, man. But it's just a point to make. Now, again, he said they might lose their mind, right? Let me get this. Second Ezra 9 in GNT. And him saying this, that's how we know we're at the end, because that's what it's going to in this context. It says, Second Ezra 9 and 1 GNT. He answered and said, consider all these things very carefully. Talking to Ezra, because Ezra said exactly when all these things going to happen, Lord. So this is the Lord's response. When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High will bring judgment on the world he has created. And watch what some of these things are. Because the thing he said, a leader was going to lose their mind. Verse 3, it says there will be earthquakes. We seeing that. National rebellions. We seeing that. It says international intrigues. Now, when you go into that word intrigue, it says, quick Google, secret plans to do something illicit or detrimental to someone. The secret planning of something illicit or detrimental. So these nations internationally, again, remember, America allies going behind their backs. These nations talking about putting MOTBs in people with the WEF, right? The conditions they're talking about putting the world in, so on and so forth. So that's happening as well. But as the man was saying, the leader might lose his mind. So again, it says there will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, and what else? And unstable leaders and confused rulers, man. Unstable leaders. So that could very well be an option if the Lord wanted to go that way in this movie. You see? But these, man, look, it's in the GNT, But this some of the things that's going on right now as we living. That's how we know the Most High is visiting. We at the end, man. But it says when you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High has spoken about since the beginning of the creation, man. Let's go back to it.
Especially, he warned, since the nerve, and they will make an emotional. In a translation, it says, even worse, one of the leaders of nuclear countries will lose their nerve, and they will make an emotional, reactional decision and use a weapons type of a mass destruction.
Unstable leaders.
Especially, he warned, since the nuclear club is constantly expanding. And this is a significant part of countries that are not bound by obligations to refrain from using nuclear or biological weapons. Now, he continues, that's going to be it once it happens, giving the idea that the world will be over. The end of the ball game, he says. There will only be people alive to collect money for a new monument.
That's pretty much it. I ended that because what he's saying is once these missiles shot, that's it. It's over and done with. But we know once the missile shot, the elect will get beamed up. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. You know, had that wedding ceremony and however long it take, come back down, and the Israelites, starting with Yahushua, go take over the world, man. Right? So we can move on. Now, we can hit real quick this little update with the G20 summit. Let me get a quick precept, though, on how they want to shoot these missiles. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, America, an assembly of great nations from the north country," starting with Russia. An assembly of great nations, beginning with Russia, go come up against America. And it says, "And they shall set themselves in array against her, and from thence she shall be taken. Their arrows," what is that? Missiles, "shall be as a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain." Verse 14, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, all ye countries who have missile capability." It says, "Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord." You know, so that's what's coming to America. That's the ultimate judgment, man. But again, we just seeing examples of how it's going to lead to that. Now, as the brother Zanala, he been mentioning, you know, you got it, Doc, if you won't, but the past couple of weeks, how to pay attention to that G20 summit that just passed a couple of days ago. You know, that brother been on that hot and heavy. And one of the main things they was talking about, as you see right here, it says G20 calls for global digital IDs, CBDC, and strict crypto regulation. Now, if you want to speak on it, Doc, you got it, bro.
Right, and
oh, hold on, let me mute it. You got it.
That summit coming up on a Monday and Tuesday. That social development goal. A sustainable development goal summit is coming up on September 18 and 19, where they will be talking about those 17 goals inside of their global digital compact. But this devil is working, man. Okay, they're having these meetings, these summits to discuss the future. But we already know the future, man, because we have the prophecies, okay? But most people don't know, so we go into this information to show you, like, hey, Esau really about to do this in the earth, man. They're not playing games, okay? Digital IDs are coming. CBDCs are coming, man. Crypto are coming. All right, go ahead, bro.
Kind of, you know, we can, because it is kind of late, you know, but because I was just gonna play this vid, let her speak on it. Or if you want to kind of end it, it's up to you.
Go ahead, Doc.
Kind of. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll play a little bit of it then. So they had this G20 summit a couple of days ago. So it says the G20 calls for global digital IDs, CBDC, and strict crypto regulation. And I remember we said a couple of weeks ago that, yeah, people got Bitcoin and crypto and all that. But once they come with them CBDCs, they're going to put a halt to that, right? Now they talking about coming with them CBDCs and how they going to regulate crypto trading, man, and crypto use. Now, this was some of the people, you know, who was there in New Delhi. You had Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, South Korea, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa.
Yeah.
You say something, bro?
I was saying, yeah. All the nations were there. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, just throw it inside the chat, bro. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I throw it up in there. But yeah, you can take us out. While you're doing it, I'll throw all the articles and the vids in the chat, you know. You got it.
So with that, we appreciate you, brother and sisters verified. You know, we're going almost an hour and a half now. But this information is important, okay? Because the time is coming to where we're gonna be making these videos, you know, and going live and stuff, man. Things gonna be here physically, okay? But we pray that you was edified, man. We're gonna close out, you know, once again by giving our praise and glory unto Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash.
the honor to the apostle and elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings. My brother, get the information though.
Khan, Shalom. Hey, man, I'm gonna just throw him on that real quick.
Yeah.
Shalom.